You're live. Good morning, everybody. It's the Truth Serum. It's been a long time since we rock and rolled. Politics gets old, Dems and Republicans. We get pissed off. The Democrats suck ass, and it's all controversy, frustration. Well, NFL is starting, and let's get ready to rock and roll on the NFL, and let's start focusing on fun stuff. If you're gonna gamble, gamble responsible. All right, gamble responsible. Don't times are hard enough. Times are hard enough. Bidenomics and all that bullshit. So, we'll look at some of the games. The election is coming soon. You could only flip it, flop it, the states, the electoral votes, dissect it, see how they're polling and all that. Enough's enough. Whoever wins wins. We got to make money. We got to try to make a score. We gotta get our heads together. You're looking at that frustrating political race, and enough's enough for right now. Enough's enough. How far can you go, ladies and gentlemen? Look at the microphone. I look professional. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Last year, I gave up on the football, right? But I had some guys behind the scenes that were betting and we did real good, but I wasn't getting any support from the channel, or, people wanted free picks. People wanted my picks, but hey, it is what it is. Stuff costs money. Well, oh, you could just go up there and try to hustle money, pick them. Yeah, whatever. If you think I'm trying to hustle you, then go bet, go blow your brains out. Just make sure you got food on the table and your bills are paid. That's all. So many suckers out there. It's tough enough. Hey, man, Ivan Lore, how you feeling, my man? Well, I took a little break off, I took some time off of the channel, blah, blah, blah. They got me shadow banned and all that. But football's starting. I figure we get back and rock and roll, politics and all of that. Yeah, it's a very, very, very critical time in our country's history. And of course, we need to pay attention to that. I got my voter registration card. I'm ready to rock and roll. Every Republican I see, I'm voting for. Whoever it is, whatever race it is, the city plumber, if it's a Republican, I'm voting. All council members, all state assembly, I'm voting Republican all the way. I'm voting Republican all the way. I'm a traditional Democrat. Our family is historical Democrats. Our family, but I'm just I hope I'm a thinking cerebral person that could just look at evidentiary information and decipher facts and evidence and make my own decision, not biased to a Republican Party or a Democrat Party, just biased to common sense and logical thinking. That's where my allegiance is held to: common sense and logical thinking, not characters. And you got the giggler, the Joker against the Penguin, and they're scrubs, Democrat, evil demons. And then Republicans, whether it's Trump or not, what more do people need to know? That's why this election talk, this political talk is just whack. It's whack. I mean, you talk about the dumbing down of America and retardation of America. It's in play. That Kamala Harris is winning in the polls. That's a paper I wrote in 1981, my first stint in college. I wrote a paper about the dumbing down of America, and boy, it came true. I wish my professor was still alive, because he said, "That's an interesting paper, Mr. Monty, and I don't think that'll ever." Yeah, it's been happening. It happened. You're dumbing down America to socialistic and Marxist regimes that came over here in the 40s and 50s and 60s and slowly integrated into academic institutions, political apparatus, banking apparatus. They slowly infiltrated in these levels of power, segregated powers in different areas, very important to our country. And you got two of the most radical bums, Walz and Kamala Harris. They're beyond radical. They're beyond Marxist. They'd make Karl Marx look like an altar boy, Boy Scout. So you got this, and it's just like, oh, it's identity politics. Oh, she's the first black woman. Why does it, so she automatically. So it's not a meritocracy, based on your track record. That's how you should make decisions. A meritocracy, which means based on your merits, we do make a educated decision. Well, when Trump was president, everything was fine in America and as well as around the world. Well, when Kamala Harris and Joe Biden been in there, everything was turned upside down. So but she's not even black, you knuckleheads. She's not even black if you want to play identity politics. And by the way, they're still in office. She's talking about day one when I get elected, day one. It's day 1,246. That's what day you're on, Kamala. But keep cackling and shake your booty, and you'll get all those retarded Democrats to get the vote. Go ahead, get elected, tank the country so all of their tongues could be hanging out. You're going to break all your voters. That's all. They deserve it. The people that vote for her and they go broke, they deserve to starve. Forgive me, Jesus. Forgive me, Jesus. Where's my Jesus picture? Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday. Gotta give, God bless everybody. Jesus, it is Sunday. We woke up today. We got a shot. If things are going wrong in your life, you got a chance. Okay? Philly Bob, we still got a chance. So don't focus on the clouds. Focus on the sun, blue skies, and maybe you could get to your goals and dreams. It's tough and hard economic times. Harder economic times causes arguments between spouses. Honey, we don't have enough for this. We don't have enough for that. They should do a statistic during the Biden-Harris regime of domestic arguments and fighting that's gone on because families are frustrated. They can't make ends meet. And there's more mental stress, psychological stress between partners and families. So Kamala Harris is winning in the polls. Barnum and Bailey said it well, my good people. A sucker is born every day. It's a true Democrat sucker. Poor Donald Trump. They act like the Democrats try to turn this election. It's like their election is like when you're in high school, they vote for the class school president. They vote for the class clown. She should be voted the class clown, class hoe, class everything. And she's just a fun cackler. She's just a cackler. That's all she does. This is what she does. She cackles. She uses the Obama hands. She does the Obama hands. They got her scripted. She's a cackler, and she does the hands, and we do this, and we do that, and we do this, and then it's like, boom, America's screwed. So it's like a pep rally, Yeah, Philly Bob. So that's the political stuff for today. What about football? NFL is starting. Well, there's some teams to look at. I mean, I'm not going to get up here and tout the teams. I finished up good last year, but I didn't do it on camera because the people didn't want it. So that's all right. I'm not going to just do it, put it up there. If people go to the Cash App and say, what do you like? I'll do it. But most of my people aren't interested in it. But I'm going to just put it on record for future reference that these were my picks, so I can't lie about it afterwards and say I went 17-3, and people don't believe it. But in very organized gambling is a risk. So what does one do? Like when I was in college, one of my statistics professors was a professional gambler. And, what he always would say is, it's a risk. So you have to have the best going in, the best advantage if you can get an advantage on something. And then if you can get an advantage on something, exploit it, get paid, strike while the iron is hot until it ebbs or flows out of that cycle. So, but I'm just going to put down, and none of these teams are heavy favorites. None of these teams, half of them, all right? None of these teams are favorite like that. Let's go to my thing. I'll get a better summary. I'll get a better summary of what I'm trying to do here, okay? Welcome back, Philly Bob, Ivan Lord. Good to see you guys again. See you guys. We're gonna put these bets down on record just to show. Go bet 100 a piece on them, and I'll go 5-2, and you'll make money. That's all. I don't come on here to tout, but I know people, they like to high roll, they like to gamble. Well, if you want to gamble, let's gamble. You want to gamble, let's gamble. Gamble responsible. Gamble responsible. I'm not touting the Buffalo Bills. The Bills gave their whole team away. I'm not touting the Buffalo Bills. They don't have a receiver on the team that caught a pass last year. God bless them. That's a trap game. That's a trap game. Yeah, the Bills are -6.5. I like Minnesota against the Giants. And the Minnesota's only 1.5. Just by personnel alone. Giants are at home. I think the Giants are getting too much respect. I like Minnesota. That's in my mix. Minnesota's in my mix. Houston Texans -3 on the road. I like them. I like Houston. This MGM, man, these online sites, they're real cute. They're worse than Al Capone when they lock bets up and you can't bet. They can read your mind. Jacksonville is +3.5 on the road with Miami. Miami, I don't have a lot of faith in them, And now here's what I really like, the meat and potatoes. I like Dallas in Cleveland. Dallas +2.5. Dak Prescott. And who's starting for Cleveland? Oh, Cleveland's got the best defense in the league and everything else, but they got that Deshaun Watson. That, he's a gunslinger and everything. But is that enough to get over on the Dallas? Dallas never gone up to Cleveland and done anything, this and that, but Dak Prescott getting 2.5 anywhere against Deshaun Watson. And I don't know. I mean, he's got a strong arm, but so let's continue. So I'm looking for Dallas to bust Cleveland up. Dallas is fine in all position players. They're set in all their position players. They're giving Cleveland too much respect. I know they got one of the best defenses, but to get points. And, okay, now we got Denver. We got Denver at Seattle. You get the coach, Peyton, and then you get Bo Nix. Then you got the Seattle with the quarterback that's been doing real good and everything. I think coaching. Seattle's got a new coach. They don't have the rah guy anymore. They don't have him, but they got a new coach. They might be a little off. They might get ambushed. They might get ambushed by Denver. They might get ambushed by Denver. Denver's getting 7 points on the road. That's like walking in the bank without a gun. Now we got the LA Chargers. New coach. Herbert's a good quarterback. The Raiders always seem to be in disarray. The Raiders, they're on their way up, they're on their way down. But the Chargers were in every game last year that they lost. They were in the game. They had 4 or 5 heartbreakers. They lost by 2 or 3, 4, 5 points every game. The LA Chargers. Bear's going to be good, and that defense should be better. They're playing the Raiders, and the Chargers are at home. So that's the 5-star bet. The 5-star bet is LA Chargers. They're -3. The money line is -155. LA Chargers. Denver to blast that to tear Seattle up with a good coach and a quarterback, college champion, Michigan, Bo Nix. Or no, not Bo, not him. The other guy. The other guy. My mind is shot. And Denver and the Chargers, strong parlay. Denver, Chargers, strong. Then throw in Dallas, a 2-team parlay and a 3-team parlay. Denver, the Chargers, 2-teamer. Denver, Chargers, Dallas, 3-teamer. And then here are all the singles. Houston, Jacksonville, Minnesota, Dallas, Denver, and the Chargers, of course. Jamar Chase, I don't even think he's going to play for Cincinnati. He's still in a contract dispute. He's over there talking smack how he's going to do this or that. Jamar Chase is still in a... Who's Joe Burrow ain't got anybody to throw to. Well, that's what happens, folks. He don't have any receivers out there. Just like Josh Allen. Listen, you know what the bet is today? Thank you, Mr. Ivan Lore. You know what a proposition bet is today? Josh Allen to rush for 25 yards or more during the whole game. Josh Allen, they have different types of bets, folks. Like they got which team wins or loses, but then you could bet bets on players' performances, how many catches, how many yards they gain, what about this? You know, they got all these different propositions you could bet about every angle of the game. Well, one of the angles is Josh Allen to rush for more than 25 yards. That's a cherry. The odds on that is -200. So you got to bet 200 to make 100. If you got 10,000, go bet on Josh Allen to get over 25 yards in the game, and you'll make 5,000. That's all. That's a bad line they put out. That's a bad line the casinos put out, the sports books put out. That's a bad line. I don't know if that line is still up there right now. It was up there earlier. That's a bad line. You could get better odds that Josh Allen rushes for over 50. You bet 1,000, you make 1,200. He might get 30 on one play because his receivers are gone. His receivers are gone. There's new people there. He's going to be scrambling. Nobody's open, and he's going to scramble. It looks like he's going to be forced into the scramble because none of his receivers have caught a regular season pass from him. All the receiving core is gone. Diggs is gone. Gabriel Davis, the other scrubs, whoever they were, they're gone. So he's going to be forced into drop, and people are looking at this as a mismatch. This is a trap game. Yeah, quarterback, great NFL quarterback, Josh Allen, but he needs support. He needs help. And I don't know how strong these receivers are going to be, but I think he's going to be running for his life. What's up, Michael K? How you feeling? I'm back talked a little politics early about the election, blah, 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 and all that. Now, I just did my picks for the NFL, and I know there ain't many gamblers that come on here, but I finished up last year real good, and a couple guys that I know behind the scenes, they did all right. They hooked me up. Guys that are betting, putting some serious bets in, but I finished up last year all right, and the people that did my my membership, the people that did the membership, they did all right. Finished up. So yeah, there you go. We got those picks. It's early in the year. I know it's tough because we haven't seen a regular season snap yet. Yeah, it's tough, but we need action. We got to get down on the action. And maybe, one argument is, well, it's too early in the year. We got to watch the first 3 or 4 games before we want to gamble. Well, the counterpoint to that is, well, if you got a little insight, you can catch some good odds. You could catch some good odds right now before Vegas switches them up because, they act accordingly. So it's like, if you're ahead of the curve right now and you spot some teams, some good bets and some good lines, you can exploit them right now. And the argument would be, well, we need to watch 3 or 4 games and see how these teams look, and then we could get down and rock and roll and do some bets. No, we want to bet here. We're gamblers here. We want to gamble here. We want to gamble. We want to gamble. Hey, Mr. Spataro, everything. No, I wouldn't waste a nickel on a Bills ticket. Get caught up in all that traffic and all that. $200 for a nosebleed seat. Nah. I hope they do good, but they ain't getting $1 out of my pocket. No. They gave away their hockey team, and they gave away all their position players. Go ahead. You go sit there, bro. So, yeah, we want to get ahead of the curve. If we could look and analyze some of the new quarterbacks that come in the league, how are they going to fare? This was a big, where the hell is it? I'm not prepared. But a lot of new quarterbacks come in the league. Top players. Some are starting, some aren't. It's going to take time for them to get acclimated, but what if some of them come out slinging? So I'm hoping some of them come out. I really think Denver with Peyton, new coach, and great quarterbacks coming in, and I think they're going to be rise to higher than the expectations. And I think the Chargers are going to rock and roll also. catch them early on before, you get different lines, then they're the favorite every game. But Chargers were snake bitten by the worst luck. Well, that's just football. But if they can just eliminate bad luck and just play mano a mano, I've never been a Bear fan, the quarterback there, but he's a qualified quarterback. Qualified. He's a legitimate NFL quarterback for the Chargers. They lost a lot of games, 3 points or less. They could have been 12-4, rocking and rolling. They could have been easily 12-4 or better. They never got blown out. Their defense is beefed up a little more. Their offense should be just as tight, more fine-tuned. Yeah, they're a sleeper to look at, my book, just like Denver. And I don't know how Dallas is getting 2.5 points in Cleveland. I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe I just live in some alternate universe. Dak Prescott versus Deshaun Watson. Well, Joe, they're playing in Cleveland. Yeah, I know that, but I don't care if they're playing in the parking lot. It looks like a mismatch to me. Well, Cleveland's defense is going to smother Dak Prescott. He's bad. Dak Prescott chokes in a hostile environment, and then his head's all screwed up. I think it's high tide Dak Prescott, who has a great winning record, but he's held to such a high standard, and I don't know who's going to get by San Fran in the NFC, but there ain't many guys that are going to get by San Fran in the NFC. But if anybody does, Dallas has got just as good a shot as anybody. But they choke. He chokes in those big games. Poor Dak. But I see that as a mismatch. Deshaun Watson, he's a slinger. He's been in some legal issues. I don't know. He's just not. He doesn't seem like he should be that polished. I mean, taking snaps. It's been a while. It's been a while for him. Been a while. So there you have it, folks. There you have it. Detroit's going to be tough, of course, Mr. Spataro. Detroit's going to be tough. Even Green Bay. These teams are on the rise, but the AFC, you got Mount Rushmore, Patrick Mahomes, and the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, how could we do a sports segment about football and not talk about Patrick Mahomes? They got that big. Couple teams, though. Baltimore, you see how Baltimore played Kansas the first game? I mean, that was free money if you bet the game, Kansas. That was free money. That was just free money. Kansas versus Baltimore, hype. But Baltimore, Jackson's a great quarterback and everything, but they defend him. You see, this Kansas City Chiefs, they're not like coaches, the head coach, the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator. These guys are like war generals. The history of them, they're the top at their game. They're at the top of their game. They're like generals going against private first-class coaches and coordinators and all these new age coaches they put in. They just put coaches in the league this year just because identity politics, whatever. Just coaches here. I'm going to exploit them bums by the end of the year. These coaches that can't coach a junior varsity high school game, they're putting them in these positions. They don't know nothing about the game. We ain't going to get into that, but we ain't going to get into that. Just like Michigan yesterday. No, I like that coach. He's a nice coach. And he came in after Harbaugh, and it ain't, you got the keys to the cat, but you don't know how to drive the Cadillac. You got a Cadillac team. They lost some players, they gained some players, but that coaching, you got to exploit it. You got to exploit it because maybe he's qualified for the job, maybe he's not. But it's all right when you got your general there and you're working off your general. When you're working off your general, yeah, he puts a lot of shine on you. But then when you're driving the car, it's a whole lot different. No more Pete Carroll. The cheerleader is gone. The cheerleader is gone. Pete Carroll, the cheerleading coach that just rock and rolls, he's gone. He's gone. Seattle. I hope Seattle gets blasted today. They got Geno, the quarterback. Geno, yeah. Geno, ba. But I got a feeling that Denver's going to put a defensive scheme on him. You got Coach Payton over there. He's a general. He's one of the generals. Won a Super Bowl. He knows how to get there. He knows how to utilize talent. Who's Seattle's new coach? Maybe some DEI? I'm not saying that there's blacks that aren't qualified to be great coaches, but they're misusing it. Like just they put managers, general managers into these NFL pro teams. I'm saying, and I'm guessing, a lot of them aren't qualified. They're just doing it for identity politics, identity bullcrap that infiltrates into sports. So you got general managers, coaches, OCs, offensive coordinator, DC, defensive coordinators that are thrown in these positions not by their merits, just because you need a token black or something. Just fill this up so we can follow the script. Well, yeah, watch your team get, yeah, there are some good ones, but the NFL will exploit no talent. The NFL, you come half-stepping. I don't care who you are. A professional team will exploit you if you don't have a good game plan and you don't have a good strategy. So go ahead and do your identity. It's not a meritocracy. It's just like, oh, this team needs a black. This team needs a whatever. Well, where are the Italians at? Where are the Italians at? I want to be a part of this identity, whatever it is. This DEI, this diversity, equity, inclusion. Yeah. See how good it does in the NFL, because we'll be making some money betting against scrubs that shouldn't be coaches, assistant coaches, coordinators, or anything. I wouldn't let them run a high school girls volleyball team. Not there's anything wrong with high school girls volleyball team, because my daughter played on a high school girls volleyball team. Their coach is probably better than some of these NFL scrub bums they got. So there you have it. I don't know what else I had on here. I have notes. I have crazy stuff. I have everything under the sun. But as far as the college football is, I liked Ole Miss. They covered. I love Texas against Michigan, because Michigan had the bum in there, the poor guy. Texas exploited them. And Jackson Dart for Ole Miss. Keep your eye on him if you're gambling. He throws darts. Ole Miss will be and that Ewers for Texas, what he did to Michigan, like I was saying, he's already a pro quarterback. Texas, if they're minus 25, mortgage your house. Just go get that free money. They'll be covered in the first half. Now, yesterday I got screwed with Cameron Rising for Utah. They're playing Baylor. He got injured on the first play. They were minus 14. They were minus 14 and a half. They lost by 14, 26-12. With they brought in the janitor for the quarterback. Tough beat there. Tough beat. Cameron Rising, great quarterback, gets injured, hits his hand on a helmet. That's gambling, folks. That's gambling. Sometimes you catch the dog, sometimes the dog catches you. Then you get the violin out, bad beats. At the club, those gangsters up at the club. Every Monday and Tuesday, I'd go up there, maybe run around a couple errands, and all you'd hear is the violins. The Boo-Hoo Sonata. He fumbled on the goal line. Cost me 3,000, Sam. Oh, he intercepted on the. Oh, boy. The Bad Beat Sonata up at that mob club after every Sunday. Whoo, boy, I wish I had it on tape. It's tough. It's tough. Well, they were betting laundry lists of games. They're betting 19, laundry lists. Yeah, you could pick some things, but back then they didn't have money line and all of that kind of these fancier types of bets. They weren't into that. They didn't. They accepted what the point spread was. They just accepted it. Everybody gambles the way they want to gamble. But that's what we have here. Politics is politics. Kamala looks like she's going to win. I don't know. But if that's the case, I hope bread goes to $20 a loaf. I hope gas goes to $12 a gallon. I hope a gallon of milk goes to 10. I hope they fleece this retarded country out. And forgive me, God, and forgive me, my military family. Forgive me. If that's what they want, if Billy wants to eat a gallon of ice cream before he goes to bed, give it to him and then let him suffer when he's got diarrhea all night. So give them what they want and then watch them rot. Watch them rot. This is a joke what they've done to our country. A complete joke. This is the United States of America. You're looking at Marxist regimes. Waltz Harris. I don't even mean to insult Karl Marx. Because they're beyond Karl Marx. These bums. They're going to have the debate, Tuesday? They'll finagle that somehow. They'll finagle that debate thing and all that. They're prepping her. Holy cow. They need to prep her and school her and no cackling, no this or that. Donald Trump's just a natural. It's easy to remember facts. You cackle when you have to recall lies and bullshit. Then your mind is in a scramble. When you know the truth and facts about something, it don't matter when, where, how, what. You can just reiterate them. You can communicate them anytime, any place, anywhere. She changes her position on so many things now, trying to copy Trump, that she's still scattered. She's still scattered. She's winning. She's beating Donald Trump in the polls. That's priceless. That is priceless. I'd like to see Donald Trump win, but I called this situation 40 years ago when you get Marxist radical socialists that could ever frickin' gain the presidency. There's been left and right, conservative, liberal, here or there, they bebop around. But this is just boom. Communist, radical, socialist, not even socialist. This is beyond, their views are beyond socialist. This is just extreme psychopathy. So, yeah, that's what we have there. That's what we have there. It's going to be interesting. I got my registration card. I'm going to go vote and see what happens. But Kamala's winning. She's winning that. She's ahead. She's ahead. And Donald Trump, go chill out in Florida. Relax. You tried hard for the country. If the country wants to be stupid, then let them freaking eat bologna sandwiches and all that. You'll be fine. Just give them what they want. Give the country what they want. It's just stupefied with the media and propaganda that they put out there. It's just a propaganda machine. The media has just been a political propaganda apparatus that just, people sit there and watch it and go, wow, yeah, that's the truth. I saw that on CNN. Hey, Tom, yeah, no, that's true. I saw that on CNN. Really? You got retards out there that just go, I seen that. They refuse the truth and they defend the bullshit. That's how whacked out, that's how deranged Trump syndrome that these Democrats suffer from deranged Trump syndrome where facts don't matter. I just like this person over there, the $3 bills. I just like Kamala because she's a lot of fun. Kamala's a lot of fun, and yeah, and I like her laugh. Oh, I don't like that Donald Trump. He's mean. He's mean. I don't like Donald Trump. Look what are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with here, Lou Frate? Then rot. Go vote for Kamala Harris. There won't be no more twerking anymore. There won't be no more partying. Because when winter comes, you think energy prices are high now? Ooh, boy. You think food prices are high now? You better go cut some firewood. You find some dead trees out in the back. You better go get a potbelly stove and put some wood. Go chop some wood. I suggest you get an axe. Go chop some wood and heat your house over there. Because you think food prices are high. Wait till you get your energy bill this winter in the Northeast. All this Democrat embedded Northeast. Yeah. Pay those energy bills. Pay those heating bills. All the Democrats. Yeah. Rot and starve. Forgive me, Jesus. Forgive me, Jesus. That's the way it is. Forgive me. I'm supposed to be promoting Christianity and everything and promote goodwill. But, the Bible wasn't all, pardon me. No, the wrath came. There was a lot of wrath in the Bible. I'm just saying, there was a lot of wrath. A lot of wrath in the Bible. And then when it's time to get checked, you get checked. It ain't all bells and whistles. You got to get checked. But if this is God's country, only God could save America because Kamala is winning in the polls. So this will never be God's country. It'll be Lucifer's country if them Democrats get in. Oh, it'll be Lucifer. And those horns will get bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah. But that's politics. Families are fighting. There's a Republican, there's a Trump supporter, Kamala Harris. They're in a family. They're fighting about the politics. I hate Kamala. I hate Trump. They're fighting. They're fighting over the politics. They're over that. Donald Trump truly cares about you more than Harris truly cares about you. Look what she did to California. She leveled that. Look at what they did to California. That's her handiwork. Look what Walz did to Minnesota. That's their handiwork. They end up on the same ticket for an election. Only communist influence in our country could have got that across without even a primary. Without even a primary. Not one delegate. Welcome to the new America, folks. Fasten your seatbelts come November 4th and 5th. Fasten your seatbelts. So, we're going to check out the football. It's going to be interesting to see how these new quarterbacks, these rookie quarterbacks come in. Yeah, it's going to be tough to handicap that, but let's try to get on the plus side of it early and guess right or analyze right and, try to grab a couple dollars here and there. If anybody wants to get picks, go to the Cash App because I got guys that'll bet and then they'll help me out, win or lose. They'll throw me something, but I'm only going to do this a few times and, because it don't get a lot of support. It don't get a lot of support. I don't have big gamblers here. I don't have gamblers and that are here. I'm lucky I got views as it is, let alone gamblers that gamble. But I want to put it down on record so I could show a couple of my high roller friends later. Well, look, this is what I picked. Well, really? Oh, yeah. Well, here, I taped it. I videotaped it here, just as evidence. That's all. Win or lose. Well, you blew everything, Joe. Well, then don't gamble. That's all. You can't change everybody's diapers in this wimpy little cuddling world and coddling and cuddling everybody and all this wimp. There's no white men on TV anymore. They're trying to emasculate the white man off of media and everything else. It's all women of color that are everywhere. I mean, some are qualified, some aren't. But they're turning all media and sports and they're just turning it into their sick diluted DEI game. Their DEI game. That's all. Here, go here. You're not. You don't have to work for nothing anymore these days. You don't have to work to get promoted. Well, look. Oh, she's black. Oh, put her on there. Well, she don't know her game. Well, just put her on there anyways. Where's the whites? How come the whites ain't talking? How come the Italians aren't talking? What about DEI? What about us? We're less of a population. What about us? Hey, Dapper the Rapper. What about us? Oh, they're up there talking white boy on ESPN. Dan Orlovsky, he takes a beating on there for a whole black panel. A whole black panel. Now, my best friends were black growing up. We used to talk shit back in that. We were friends. But when you say it on media or anything, they call him white boy. What if he said, yo, Woody, what's up, black boy? Oh, it'd be a 3-alarm fire because the blacks are so fragile. No, they ain't fragile. They're just, the media turns it into this color game. But the blacks got it all one way. And if you're a white person, to say anything slightly a racial joke, you can't even get away with. They're calling him white boy every other freaking segment. They got a green light. But God forbid if you said, hey, how you doing, black boy? Who do you like in Monday night's game? Oh, geez, somebody got fired. He did this. Oh, replay the play. Oh, he called homeboy a black boy. So that's taken as an insult. But even if you call him white boy, Orlovsky ain't taking it as an insult. He's been around NFL players. He's been around a lot of blacks. They talk shit to each other. They rib, they talk shit. And that's fine and dandy. I'm saying in the real world, I've done it myself. But I didn't even, with my black friends, we didn't say white boy or black boy. Even with all my black friends, we didn't say white boy or black boy. I'd be like, what do you want, Jim? White boy, black boy, unless we were talking some extreme shit. But the media turns it into this soap opera of what they get away with, what they're trying to push. They're trying to push women, which is okay, push women. If you earn something, you earn it. You earn it. If your merits are warranted, that's cool. If you earned it, you earned it. I have a daughter. I told my daughter, be strong. You can do better than a man. I told my daughter, and she has. And she has done that. So I'm for that. But my daughter earned it. She earned it. They didn't just give her a free pass and say, oh, well, here, go over here and run this or go do here or there. She earned it. Now, I want to watch as a consumer, as a viewer. Now, I do have some favorite women sportscasters. I do. But I don't want to see a whole panel of women. I want to see some knowledgeable men. Knowledgeable men. Or mix it up. They're not only not men, they're all women. And they're all black racists. They're black racists. They hate Caitlin Clark. They're racist. What's going on, Mr. Anderson? Dapper the Rapper. We're talking about sports. We talked about the election. I wanted to put something back up here. Put my NFL picks on here. If anybody gambles, watch the video. I put some picks on there, and we're just gonna see where it goes. It's been a long time since I've done a video because they railroaded me. Blah blah blah. Well, I'm not gonna redo that. They got me shadow banned here. I can't get a subscriber. They barred that. So I'm just back in action, Mr. Anderson, trying to touch base to you good people, and that's that. Been a good summer. We're all alive and well. And whatever we're doing, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get to where we're going. And there might be roadblocks, but let's get there. This election, Dapper the Rapper, thank you for hanging out with me, Dapper the Rapper, my good people that come in here, keep an old man company. So, yeah, the election, it's a it is what it is, the election, but football is starting, college football, pro football, it's starting, and I'm going to get down and try to enjoy that, Always an exciting time of year. See how your teams are doing. Oh, who's doing this? Did you see that? Good juice. Good juice. So it is Sunday. If anybody's spiritual, thank your spiritual ruler for being alive. Being alive. Yeah. Get the coffee, Dapper the Rapper. Get the coffee. I hope Trump will get it, Mr. Anderson. I hope Trump will get it because this country is this country isn't gonna make it. Christ is king, folks. That's who I'm voting for. I'm voting for Jesus Christ. I'm voting for him because he could help me out, which he has saved my life. I wouldn't be breathing right now. So let me put my faith in the real power. Donald Trump has got good power and good policies. Kamala is a demon. Let's get back to business here, folks. Let's get back to business here. Let's get back to what's real and where the power lies. Please, Jesus, could I hit my parlay today? Please, could I hit my parlay? Jesus, don't gamble, Joe. I'll save your life, Joe, but I don't know about that parlay. Understandable. Give me life first. And we could take it from there. Yeah. It got cold over here this morning, 47 degrees, Mr. Ivan Lore. It's partly cloudy. Partly cloudy. 54 degrees. Barometric pressure 29.92 and rising. Winds north-northwest 10 to 15 miles an hour. There you have it, folks. I'm a frustrated weatherman. I'm not frustrated anymore because I just gave you the weather report. We've already conquered that. Thank you, Jesus. Are we playing on tilt? Don't play on tilt. Gamble responsibly. Gamble. Be a responsible gambler. And I did my picks. We're going to try to manufacture, small little bets. I don't have money. Bidenomics. That's all right. We got Christ on our side, and we can achieve all our goals and dreams and aspirations. And we'll just stay focused. Stay focused. Kamala is like negative, like, no, get that out of your system. Screw that. You got real lives to live. Yes, they impact your money in your pocket and everything, but we can't just be 100% focused on that. Be grateful. We still have to be grateful. It's not always in a negative posture. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Oh, geez, I don't have this. I don't have no. Be happy, and then be happy that you woke up, number one. Be able that you got a roof over your head, number two, and be able that there's food in that refrigerator. There's your score. Let's get back to reality here. I'm addicted to more. Well, sometimes you can't have more. Just be happy for what you got. Love is what I got. Just remember that. Love is what I got. So we got to stay focused. Spirituality, the spiritual realm controls the physical realm. All right. I should be charging you guys for this stuff. Don't forget the Cash App, the bum, and all this and that. Blah, 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 blah. The link to the book is in the description. Best book written besides the Bible. All right, so you get it all here. This is a one-stop service station. One stop. You get it all. You get it all. You get it all. So thank you, Ivan. Dapper the Rep. Big Small. Where did you come in, man? Big Small. I left this. What's going on? Hey, man, where you been? Yeah, it's been a while. You know, you get burned out. I've done 600 videos in 2 years. They got me shadow banned. I can't get any subscribers anymore because you can't talk about Brittany Griner or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris because they'll shadow ban you on YouTube. That's why I don't even care anymore. That's why I like visiting you guys, but I'm not going to sweat it anymore. If they want to be communist, evil demons, YouTube, then go on about your business. Go on about your business. You want to shadow ban me that I can't get any more subscribers? Then go on. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's all. They'll rot in hell. That's fine. That's fine. They got control on the physical realm. Yeah, the physical, they can censor people. Yeah, but then they sacrifice their souls to hell. So go ahead. Be my guest. Be my guest. That's the way it is. That's all. So, and I wanted to give myself a little break, burned out after that. And of course, I'm pissed off about being shadow banned because they want to censor what comes out of my mouth. I thought this was America. YouTube. No, you got Chinese freaking ownerships and Chinese all this and that. You got Chinese that owns everything. So if you don't follow their agenda, my little old channel, what are they afraid of? My little old truth serum, 1,000 subscribers. What are you censoring me for? What are you afraid of? I would have had 100,000 subs by now. What were they afraid of something? What were they afraid? Little old me with no studio, no lighting, no anything. They want to shadow ban me with 1,000 subscribers. Really? Chinese bums. That's why Elon Musk said, bye-bye. I'll just go start my own thing. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yep. If I was talking smack about Caitlin Clark or some white girl or anything like that, oh, that'd be all right. But don't talk about Brittany and all this, and don't say anything about color because they got their agenda in place. And people got to realize my daughter is mixed. My best friends were mixed. It just doesn't mean that you stand on one side of logic and just thinking. Like to just say, oh, this is a color and that's a color. I was brung up by my single mother. We didn't see color. I just saw, well, these are my buddies. We talk smack to each other. It doesn't mean that I was racist or he was racist just because we talk smack together. Nobody said, oh, geez, you're racist. No, we talk smack. My black friend, Indian friend, whatever, like the United Nations, we talk smack. Oh, that's racist. That's racist. Yeah. What? The white people, the fat white ladies, the Karens, those Karens out there, those fat white ladies that are out there, they're Karens. They play this game of identity politics. But if there was a black hobo that needed a glass of water and knocked on the door, she'd call the police. But out in the public and on other platforms and this or that, they spew all this garbage. But in the real world, when it comes the moment of truth, it'd be like, oh dear, there's a black man at the door. Oh dear, what's he doing? Oh geez, he looks like a whole. Oh, call 911. Oh dear, yeah. Easy stuff, folks. Very easy stuff. I'm also, if anybody's going through some mental stress or mental issues or things of depression, get a hold of me. I am a qualified therapist also. Of course, you get it all here. Human behavior, addiction, theories and all that. But If you need help, contact me in the thing. Send a Cash App because ain't nothing free anymore here. You need some help? I need help too. Well, yeah. I'd have had it all, Dapper the Rapper. They chopped my legs right out from under me. That's all right, though. You know what? I've been on life support for a year. I've been down harder than this. I've been shot at. I've been threatened by gangsters. YouTube wants to mess with me. It pisses me off. But I've been down harder, baby. I've been down harder, baby. Remember that song? So let them do what they do. We'll do what we do. We'll have fun. Dapper the Rapper, Wyatt Earp, Ivan Lore, Big Small's in the house. Mr. Anderson, Spataro, Ivan Lore, Michael Candinas, Philly Bob. I take my crew. I'll take my crew. That's how we do it. I put my crew in high esteem. I elevate my crew. Have a little fun, talk about some things, you know. It's all right. You know, you get oppressed. Yeah, you get oppressed. And yeah, I've always been taught to stick up for myself, defend other people that can't defend and stick up for themselves. But you got to just play. When in Rome, you got to do like Rome, even if you're censored, you know. Just like Jesus showed them what was on the coin, the Roman leader. He said, well, then you got to obey. You know, they crucified him, but he said, well, look at the coin, disciple. It's a picture of the Romans. You gotta obey. The Roman Empire, well, you know what they did to Jesus, but it was like, well, Jesus, if Jesus said, well, you got to play by those rules, well, then I got to go by Jesus. For Jesus, he said, well, the Roman leaders, then you got the picture of the Roman leaders on the coin. Well, here's what you got to do. You got the physical law and you got spiritual law. Yeah, when you're in the physical law is going to get him and many others crucified and beheaded. But the spiritual law is like, well, okay, we can handle that in the physical realm, but spiritually speaking, it doesn't jive because the spirituality should win. You got evil leaders that screw a society up. If they did it to Jesus, they'd do it to anybody. And the Roman Empire spread all over the universe. The Roman Empire just went in, bitch slapping every country. Hello, where are you? Oh, we own this. The Roman Empire just went around slapping everybody around. So, nah, I'm not going to start no new channel. Thank you, Big Small. You can't dodge it. You can't even dodge it with a new channel because you got to get a new computer, new IP address. You got to do all this, and then you can't dodge them. They're experts in this game. They're experts in censoring. They did it to guys with over 1 million subscribers, my man. They did it to guys that came out like me, freedom of speech, wiped their channel right out. Bye-bye. You got to play their game. But I'm going to talk my talk. Wherever it goes, it goes. Wherever it goes, it goes. I like hanging out with you guys and everything, but it is what it is. I'm not going to change my script up. I'm going to call them scrubs until they just completely wipe me out. YouTube, you're watching this. Your monitors are watching this. You're scrubs. You're straight scrubs. That's all. You're straight scrubs. Do what you do. Whatever you do, you do. You're scrubs. That's the way it goes, folks. Scrubville. Don't play on tilt. Gamble responsible. And the election is coming up. We'll keep our eyes on that. There's a link to the book in the description. There's a link to the Cash App in the description. If you find me entertaining or helpful in any type of means, holler at your boy. Support your boy. help me out if you can. If not, hit the like button just the same and do what you do. I appreciate that just as much. I appreciate that just as much because I know it's hard economic times right now. If we're all on limited budgets, there's not a lot of extra money going around to donate to you, whatever. I understand that. I understand that. I'm not trying to be like that. I appreciate the support. You come in and help me and you talk to me. And I do put that in high esteem and value. I enjoy that. Obviously, I've done 500 videos in 2 years, 600 videos in 2 years. Obviously, I like that. So they just shadow banned me, Philly Bob. I can't get any more subscribers. They're not registering my subscribers. You could subscribe, people could subscribe, but it's not going on my home. It's not going on my home page. It's not in my home page. So that's that. Hit the like button. The Cash App is in there. The link to the book is in there. The link to the memberships is in there. If you want some football juice, go in there, donate, and we'll talk about some football bets, and we'll cover it all. We'll get down and dirty. We'll rock and roll. Let's enjoy this change of season. And remember, let's stay strong in our thinking. Stay strong in our thinking. And if we're going through struggles, hold on, hold the phone, process them, and get by. All right. Remember, have some spiritual faith. Okay. Spiritual faith is currency. It's currency. So that's it. Be the kings and queens of your world. Don't give up. Keep throwing punches. It's not partly cloudy, it's partly sunny. All right. It's a brand new day. We're alive and well. So that's that, folks. Stay blessed. And if you could support the channel, I appreciate it. God bless you all, and stay great and stay level-headed. Thank you.